Okay. And we're live. Memex, Nagato, how y'all doing, guys? Get this up. Chat's up. Fantastic. How's everyone? Thunder, how's it going, man? Bug, how you guys doing? We were blessed. Oh, are you talking about the reveal? Yeah, that shit looks goated as fuck, Nightwalker. Or Arter rather. My god, that shit looks so fucking cool. Nightwalker, Pushkar. 10 years. 10 years. Easier, you didn't upload. No, Easy's gonna upload it. I think sometime today. Autumn, how's it going, man? How you doing? Moon, how's it going? Wordle. Nice. By the way, let me know how the audio situation is, because I fiddled around with stuff a little bit. Because I finally got my portable AC running, so you guys can kind of see it a little bit over here, because I can't get it all the way out of the frame. So let me know if how the audio sounds. I tried fiddling around with it as much as I could, but it's not 100% for sure. 20 season 2's, I know it has 30 I think it has 30 episodes. No, not 30 plus, but like, either way, 30 episodes they should be able to do a good job with that. I will have 30. I know I will. 2035. I'll be 22. Jesus. Oh, sorry, 32. Jesus Christ. Wow. 30 plus, but they said they might change it a bit more or less. Oh, cool. Username, what? What did I do? Oh? D-A-D-I-N. Shit. No, Romero's not here yet, Nares. How you doing? I'm on mobile right now, since my laptop's blue screen, I can't multi-screen. Nares, how's it going, man? Long time no see. Man, I can't even tell you how fucking nice it is to just have this air conditioning. I'm not even gonna have it on the entire time, but just like having the ability to have it, holy fuck. Like, my room feels like I could stream like this for hours and I got no issues. But yesterday, after like 3 hours of streaming and like 2 hours of talking with Easy, I was like having a fucking meltdown. I was like, oh, I can't stay in here. It was bad. You watched the new special? I haven't even watched the fucking most recent episode, Justin. Oh, I'm a fucking fake fan, bro. Oh, God. There's a... What video username? What are we talking about? Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Okay. Maybe. I've got a chance. You didn't stream the discussion, so I need a vid that I'll skim. Oh, I see. Easy is gonna be posting it sometime today. I will have clips on my channel from it. I will have clips. I'm not gonna upload the whole thing. It's just not my sort of... It's just not my jam. Pushkar. Oh my god, you saved me. I was not gonna get minty at all. I was thinking like I was thinking like min... I don't know what I was thinking. Connections. If you streamed it though, I know username, but the problem is streaming is like, it's like it's hard to explain because like I don't even know how to like to have it. Or I don't even know how easy does it. I have to figure it out at some point. But like to have it, because I needed to pull from my camera, but then I need OBS. Like it's so fucking yeah. Because OBS and Discord can't use the camera at the same time, so it's like like I'm having to like I don't even know how to do it. I gotta figure it out. Episode is 8.5. Really? I thought most people said it was pretty mid. Group, cluster, collective. 8 was mid. I guess I'll blame Easy instead for not streaming since he can do. Yeah, I don't even know how he fucking does it. I gotta figure it out. Triglyceride, concentrate, triglyceride, calcium. It's good. I just found the comedy rather unfunny. Okay, well that's mad. That's not that bad. I don't mind that. How's everyone doing this fine Sunday morning, bro? How is everyone, or Sunday afternoon for probably most of you guys? Holy crap! But either way, I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys spending your weekend with me. I'm not getting shit today. This is bad. Lexicon. Sunday night. It's midnight. Jesus Christ! Oh, you're 10 hours ahead of me. Period. Era. Epoch. Resolution, mediation. Wow. Negotiation. Wow, no. Age. Time. Maybe saying like grammatical period, maybe. Grammar. 3 p.m. Oh, okay, so you're only like an hour ahead of me, Ardor. Okay. Ramiro, how's it going, man? How you doing? Jesus Christ, Pushkar. Resolution, resolute. Deal. Deal resolution. Epoch is already on here somewhere, right here. Resolution. Nares, we had a discussion yesterday. Easy is gonna post that on his channel today. I will have clips on my channel. A couple of them should be out by the end of today, but Easy should post the thing, the whole discussion sometime today. My math teacher almost smacked the shit out of me for something. Oh, that's not good. Sorry. Grammar, resolution. Bro, I'm so fucking cooked today. I can't get anything. Oh my god. When taken, and then we're just going to reading. I can't even. We're done. Easy. I'll be sure. Yeah, we're. Okay. So this is all in English. It was my fault for not sleeping yesterday. So this is all in English. It says St. Thomas, which makes me think the UK. Hope, are you referring to the thing? The roadmap for the next 10 years or so for Lord of the Mysteries? Or, bro, what the fuck is this? Where's the map? Thank you. Okay. Sorry, okay. It's been a rough day, okay? I don't want to talk about it. Bro, why is my shit lagging like it's 1985? In what universe Am I streaming this bitch in like 1080p and it can't load a fucking world map? Where this is so cooked. Denmark. I am a little... Again, I'm sick, Romero, and if I'm sick, I get so fucking agitated because I'm so fucking done with being sick. Like, I can't even... Like, actually, like, I'm so like, I never used to get sick, ever. And then, ever since my niece started going to school, I've been sick this whole fucking year. I'm just losing my mind. Like, fuck. It might be Mexico. Might be Mexico. It might be anywhere in the... It could be a lot of places, though, in the southern continent. Southern continent, Jesus Christ. In South America. Only when sick do you appreciate actually hope. Like, I can't even... Like, fuck. I'm so ticked. I never used to get sick, and I'm just... Now, it could be Brazil very easily, too. But we'll go with this. 1990? Can't be too recent, I don't think. Oh! Sorry. God. Fuck you, God. Fuck you. Okay, that tells me where this is. Thank you. Merlin, Bullseye, how you guys doing? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. Oh, okay, here. This seems like the biggest city. We're gonna go here. Recent 2015. Lee, how's it going, man? How you doing? 2019. Sure, I was off by like 100 kilometers. That's not bad at all. That's amazing. So this seems like America, because that's cowboys. This cowboy country. So this makes me think somewhere south U.S. late 1800s, early 1900s. Yeah, unfortunately, Lee, I can't. Oh, what do I think, dude? Lee, I'm so fucking excited for the news. I can't even. Were you there for this pic? Yeah, I'm sure if I look hard enough, I'll be in the crowd somewhere. I'm so fucking excited, dude, because, like, holy shit, because what that tells me is not only that there's good reception on Lord of the Mysteries, which is important on season 1, but it's that they're already investing so much money into this so that they're gonna actually take feedback from season 1 instead of it being like, oh, season 1 was like decent and whatever, we're just gonna continue down this road. They're like, no, like, we're putting fucking money into this, and if we're doing a 10-year plan, then that means I can't have it like season 1 was like a 7 out of 10, season 2 was like a 7.5. No, I don't give a fuck about any of that. Okay, no, I want this shit to be like a 11 out of 10 as soon as I fucking can. So, like, we're gonna put all our resources into it to make it work. You saw the trailer and didn't react? I didn't actually see the trailer, Hope. I just saw the photo. So I haven't actually seen the trailer, no. But if you guys want, we can react to that. We can react to it. I don't mind. I'm thinking Texas, you know? I'm thinking Texas. We going Dallas. Yeah, it looks good too. Oh, thank you, Pushkar. I didn't take a shower yet, so my hair's just how I woke up, basically. Thank you. I hope you are doing well so we can all get to see. Yeah, I don't intend to die before it happens, don't worry. But I appreciate the sentiment. Well, let's see how it... No. It's... Oh! 1950! Bro, this is... I mean, it's Canada, and I didn't get it, so that's on me, kind of. But, like, 19... How do you not have color photos in 1950? Okay. Okay. Pushkar, shut the fuck up, okay? Alright, Luvion, I appreciate you popping by, man. Have a great rest of your day. Okay. I am Canadian, but hear me out, bro. 1950? There's no fucking color photos? What is this? And no one gives a fuck about Alberta, okay? That place is fucking nothing. Did you see the... I didn't see the trailer for it, username, but I saw some artwork that that someone sent in Easy's chat. That artwork looks fucking amazing. What's your experience with ciphers? Minimal. Do you not know how... Do you not know? No? When did... No, let's search it up here. When did color photography become widely available? 1935. You can suck my dick. No, this should be a color photo. Okay? Fuck you. No. God. Sag. Romero, chill. We're gonna start reading in like 5 minutes. What's the trailer for what's the Deep Sea Embers, right? Deep Sea Embers trailer. Is it on YouTube yet? Fuck, it's not on YouTube yet. Can someone send it, please? Wait, is it on YouTube? I don't see it. What? Does anyone have it? I don't... Abyssal Embers? Oh, maybe. Abyssal Embers trailer. Oh, I think it's this one, right? This thing right here? Merlin Spurs. Top one? Yes? Okay, perfect. Bro. What is the one that Romero sent? Oh, same one. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Romero. Okay. Let me turn off the music really quickly. This should be fine. Okay. Now let's go. I might, if it gets really loud, there's no fucking chance this is a real animation. I'm gonna have a stroke. This is beautiful. Excuse me? You guys can't see it in 1440, but I can.
这是一个超凡的世界，也是一座超凡的世界，
We're in a world beyond the ordinary.
也是一座比较混。
Bro, what are they feeding these Chinese animators? What the fuck? What? Okay. Wait. Hold on. I got. I'm gonna. Okay. I'm gonna start the. I'll actually record a YouTube video for this too. Fuck it. Since I'm doing this, why not? So let me just. Okay. Okay, reacting to Deep Sea Embers trailer. Let's fuck it. Like, you're out of your fucking. Like, look at this. Look at the reflection. You're out of your fucking mind. What are they feeding these Chinese fucking animators, bro? People have a fucking diet of pure meth. What? Like, okay, like this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Amazing. But look up here. Look at how intricate the patterns up here are. There's like fucking unbelievable circles with like a whole bunch. What the fuck? What? Was that like, wait, was that like a model? That's a model boat that's upside. Oh no, the camera's upside down. Everything. Yeah, because that's bottom. So, okay, so no, it's not upside. That's a really cool shot.
我叫周明，
My real name is Zhou Ming?
我在这。
Wait. Zhou Ming. Zhou Ming Group. That's so close to Klein's name. What the fuck?
我在这里的身份是
The Subspace Demon Lord? That's a hard name. I don't know what the subspace refers to. I don't know, but like anything, any title with like Demon Lord in it is already automatically hard as fuck. The Roaming Catastrophe. Oh, that's so hard. What the fuck? The Resurrecting Blasphemist. That's a Ramiro's title. Damn. Oh, she kicked up. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Hold on. You guys have to. Okay, no. You guys have to give me this. Hold on. You guys are gonna have to give me this one. You have no. There's no fuck. You have to give me this one. Shadowheart. After she gets her white hair, a little. I get that the hair is a little different, or like maybe this one's better. But like, hear me out. It's really close. Okay, you have to give me this one. There's no fucking chance. It's like 1-to-1. Thank you. Wait, hold on. I shall offer you the Scalding Crimson Nectar. Like, this here in the back reminds me a lot of how, I think it was the Lord of Storm looked in the trailer for Lord of the Mysteries, if you guys know. Bro, is that the main character? If that's how the main character, if this is how the main character looks, I'm in 100%. What? What are they on? Wait, that's his name in the real world? Oh, no. Sorry. Oh, wait, that's it. Is that his name? Wait.
哦，那么那个幽灵船长还和你说了什么？
整点薯条。
Damn, Shawty, you want to go on a date with me? What do you mean? What? Nah, that looks amazing. That looks fucking amazing. Nah, I'm totally here for it. How long is the actual web novel? All right, I'm gonna leave it there for the YouTube frogs. Well, I guess the video frogs rather. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks for popping by. See ya. All right. Wait, hold on. Wait. Bro, what? $800? Less than 1,000? Is that if someone here has read it, I think Dr. Z has. What is the chapter length like in comparison to Lord of the Mysteries? Okay, now we're gonna start reading, and then we'll do the react to the Lord of the Mysteries trailer at the end. $100 years, Lord of the Mysteries, Marty, you and me, we're gonna be doing this forever. Oh yeah, the music line was fucked. Yes, it is. There we go. Sorry. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Just one more meme before we start.
Another adventure where I went up an ass.
Oh, good. Are we having this fight again? You want out, then fucking quit.
Why don't I get you a drink?
Wait, is this? Wait, this isn't it, is it?
Little buddy, do you know that? 100 years, forever.
Yeah, pal. Rick and Morty. 100 years.
Forever.
Get off me. What are you doing?
It's hell yeah. 100 years, baby. We're gonna be doing this bitch forever. Alright. Where are you Pushkar, you're such a bitch. I fucking, oh my god. I was showing it and I was like, bro, if some motherfucker says it, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god, you're actually rage baiting the fuck out of me. By the way, sorry, you guys can see a little bit of the air conditioning right over here. I can't get it pushed that far any further back. It needs a little bit of space from the wall. But yeah, this is like but I mean, it keeps me nice and cool, so I'm not even. We kept spoilers from you all this time. You guys are actually fucking rage baiters, man. Holy shit. Okay, so now Klein is thinking that he is gonna go talk to Medici, right? Because who else would know more about war than the Angel of War? What was it? the Divine Kingdom. I don't like Rick and Morty's. I don't care. No one cares. They're just straight. They're fucking rage baiting me. These motherfuckers. Okay. The moment he saw the red angel evil spirit, Klein's pupils dilated. The human skin glove on his hand had turned transparent. Oh no! Oh! Medici caught him. Yes. Because Klein tried to teleport away, but Medici was like, "Nah, hey bitch, where you going?" Oh, you're right, yeah. He didn't listen to what the other party had to say. His instinctive reaction was to immediately teleport away. But at this moment, the spirit world that entered his eyes was different than normal. Medici has better firepower, Hunter. Oh, true. He's like, no more playing the war music? Oh, Kami, what is the war music? What? Okay, let's do walls closing in right now, cause Medici's here. I feel like that gets decent for now. It'll do. Well, it's fine. Okay, the transparent creatures and the indestructible forms were all dyed in a color that was a mixture of iron and blood. The surrounding area was filled with thick smoke, and there were 7 rays of light that contained infinite knowledge above them. It was almost impossible to see them. Klein's heart skipped a beat. He didn't teleport. Oh wait, God of War music might actually be bass, Dr. Z. Oh my god, that's actually a really good suggestion. Wait. God of War intense. No, this ain't it. Hold on. I will find something, okay? I will find something. Hold on. Okay. I feel like this might work. This might work. No, any game music is not copyrighted, Kami, because they expect streamers to, like, play it on stream, so it's not copyrighted. It's fine. Not all, but, like, almost all. What do you... upon seeing this, the Red Angel chuckled. What are you afraid of? Zaratul? Upon hearing this, Klein subconsciously looked around, but he didn't discover anything unusual. The Red Angel... yeah, fuck you, username. Yeah, I know. The Red Angel evil spirit maintained that knowing smile and pointed to the sofa opposite the reclining chair. If I already informed him that Dwayne is Gehrman, when you returned home in the morning, the person waiting in the wine cellar wouldn't be a living person. It would be your hung-up butlers and servants, looking as though they were ham. Of course, they would similarly welcome you warmly. Sit. Under such circumstances, listening to my thoughts and intentions isn't a bad thing. He imagined the scene described by the Medici. Although Klein had done similar things himself, his hair stood on end. What the fuck did Klein do that's even remotely similar to this? What did Klein do that's even remotely similar to this? Aegon, how's it going, man? DSC looks good, but too similar to Asian games? Maybe, Aegon. I see what you're... Like, Stellar Blade is something that comes to mind, for example, or something. So, like, I get it. No, not Stellar Blade. No, not Stellar Blade. Fuck, there was another, like, ancient game, that's like an older type, fuck. Oh, there's another, the name's escaping me. Hold on. It's fine. Klein kept his guard up, allowing Quanos in the form of Dwayne to sit on the sofa while he waited by the side. He had unknowingly swapped places with his marionette and instantly changed appearances. Perhaps it's because you learned of this information from Patrick that you haven't informed Zaratul yet? Klein said. At the same time, he determined that the words of Medici that Zaratul had really come to Backland. This was a complete, unrestricted, terrifying, bizarre Sequence 1 angel. I'll be able to get something I want to know in 15 minutes from a fool like Patrick Bryan. Furthermore, an entire night and a morning had passed since the ritual. You and Miss Messenger might have something in common. And so, Klein retorted. I'm not sure if you've heard of such a saying, but when you choose a pathway, your friends and enemies will be chosen for you. We aren't friends, but we aren't enemies. Okay. Of course, you did have some conflicts with me, but no one suffered any great losses, and the matter has passed. To me, your growth will bring great trouble to people I hate, so I don't want to kill you. I'm happy to continue your advancement. The Emperor had similar words. A few people he hates. Blasphemer Amon, he asked. Not that ignorant, and not that stupid either, Medici laughed. Be it his words or actions, he gave people the urge to hit him. Well, he's a provoker, that makes sense. Then you can definitely choose Zaratul. If he can still rise up because of this, he will similarly bring about extreme trouble for Amon. Compared to him, I'm still weak. I need more time. There are too many possible accidents from here. That's what I thought too. A fellow like you, who isn't much stronger than a wild dog. What are you gonna do to compete with Zaratul? Die faster than anyone else? Oh shit! See, this is what I was talking to Easy about yesterday. Saints have become so fucking weak now. It's like, you are a fucking wild dog. You are garbage. You are nothing. You're like, what the fuck? I'm a demigod. I don't give a fuck. Listen, you understand? You stand in front of Zaratul, you just die immediately? Like, whoa. However, if one can choose the most ideal proposal, that would be wonderful, Medici said. Before he could finish his sentence, a bloody gash appeared on his left cheek. The wound opened in a wide manner, opening and closing like a mouth, revealing 2 rows of teeth. I've investigated. The collapse of the Sauron family was caused by Zaratul and Roselle. Okay, that's interesting, but why would... Okay, we knew Roselle and Zaratul were close, so that's not Did I know this? Sorry, let me get my notes pulled up. Hold on. I don't think I knew this. Hey, what? I think you guys are lying. Roselle overthrew the Sauron family. I see. Oh, yes, you're right. Okay. Yep. I did know this. Never mind. I did know this. Yep. Okay. And then they retook power when they killed Aruz, because they were the ones that collaborated with the church to kill him. So then they killed him and they retook power. Is that a fair? Is that a fair assessment? Is this the spirit left behind by the ancestor of the Sauron family? The dissociation of Medici is worse than I imagined. No, this isn't considered a normal split personality. 3 people stuffed into one body. No matter what they do, they have to first come to a unanimous decision. Or there will be an internal strife. It's a republic now? Oh. This is his weakness. I can use this in the future. So why did you come to me? Just to say those words? Klein asked. Medici then smiled to rub his left cheek, causing the mouth that appeared to slowly disappear. At the same time, he smiled and said, Aren't you investigating the lone royal family? It seems to involve a high-ranking demoness named Katerina. If you have any tracks from her, inform me before you carry anything out. Why is Medici looking for Katerina? The Hunter Pathway Sequence 4 can cause women to become men. The Sequence 7 of the Demoness Pathway can make men into women. These should be 2 different pathways that can be interchanged. Medici can't find a suitable Hunter Pathway characteristic, so it plans to jump to the Demoness Pathway? Katerina is Sequence 3. Well, I guess he could use a Sequence 3. I mean, that's a decent characteristic. He suddenly had a strange idea. When there were both high Sequence Beyonder characteristics of the Hunter and Demoness pathway within a body, would Medici display a male form or a female form? Whoever has a higher level is in charge? So I guess Medici would still probably be considered higher than a Sequence 3, or would it be considered lower? Because, like, he's a Sequence 1, but, like, he's also kind of not. At that moment, Medici looked at Dwayne and scoffed. You have a great talent for provoking. I didn't say anything, Klein thought. I can guess what you're thinking, unless you admit that you're ignorant. But this might be a good thing for them. Nightwalker, I believe you. I don't want to see it. Shut up, a bloody mouth appeared on Medici's cheeks. Looking at the dissociative identity disorder happening in front of him, Klein gave up on the idea of delving deeper into the topic and said, It's not impossible to inform you, but the problem is how. From his point of view, Katerina was a vile person. Same with Medici. It wasn't a bad thing to have them clash. Of course, it's by reciting my honorific name. Do you want to recite his honorific name? Bro, this motherfucker will... Because then you establish like a permanent connection between them. Is that Is that okay to do? The great god of war, the symbol of iron and blood, the ruler of chaos and strife. Phew! The mouth on both sides of Medici's cheeks let out a disdainful sound as though they didn't approve. They said, bitch, well, you're trying too hard. This is a standard deity's honorific name. After gaining control of the uniqueness, Medici became a quasi-god. As long as no one can accommodate the uniqueness of the Red Priest pathway, his level won't drop, and the name will always point to him. What do you think about the secret What do you know about the secret ruins of Alista Tudor? Are you asking what the secret of the lone royal family is? You may not know this, but you might be familiar with the Blood Emperor's secret ruins, Klein said. Your tricks are so childish. They look like a 3-year-old's. 3-line honorific. 4-line isn't gods, or is it? Or no, 3 is a gods, right? Yeah, because it's a standard deity. The fool that doesn't belong to this era. The king of yellow and black who wields good luck. The ruler above the great fog. Yeah, 3. Okay. The secret existence hidden by the lone family is simple. I could guess it by reading the newspaper. You only have a smart-looking face. Your brain is filled with worms. Maggots, actually, you bitch. You can guess it by reading the newspaper, Klein frowned. Of course, it needs some basic knowledge. You should have it. How about this? I'll ask you a few questions, and you'll understand how simple the answer is. Is that Blood Emperor's secret ruins the kind known by churches? No. Do you know which sequence Alista Tudor was before he headed to sequence 0? Black Emperor pathway. Sequence 1, Prince of Abolition. Do you know that Alista Truonst became Blood Emperor? He was one of the 2 consuls of the Tudor-Truonst United Empire, and the ones supporting him were 6 of the 7 present deities, including Evernight and Storm. Klein nodded. Then, do you know that after Alista became Blood Emperor, he had gone mad and died during the Battle of the Gods? Kind of. Klein didn't dare be too sure, because this was something he had read from Rozelle's diary, and the Emperor learned of it from Mr. Dorr. Then do you think that Alista Tudor would have the rationality and opportunity to leave behind secret ruins after he became Blood Emperor? No. Since it's a ruin left behind by Alista Tudor before he became Blood Emperor, and if the 6 deities who supported him aren't aware of it, what could it be? If you had a choice, would you take a path destined to go mad? Fav, how's it going, man? How you doing? Klein instantly thought of the 9 mausoleums that the Black Emperor needed to become a god. To a Prince of Abolition, before the return of the former Black Emperor, secretly seeking out a way to advance was something he wanted to do. Is that ruin related to the Black Emperor? Klein asked. Oh, you seem to know the Black Emperor ritual. The music is fucking good. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think this music is goated. What? Bro, did I guess this back in volume 2? Did I guess it or did I guess it? $10 points. 10 points for Gryffindor! Isn't that simple? What has the King of Lone been doing the past 2 or 3 years? The Grain Act was abolished. There's the Civil Servant Unified Exam, a restructuring of the military. The House of Lords and Nobles are struck down a notch, strengthening the authority of the House of Commons. Isn't that something that was published in the newspapers? Besides, isn't it common knowledge that the Justiciar pathway can be switched to the Black Emperor pathway? Fucking 10 out of 10. As many of these things are related to the times of Klein, with one now being pushed by him, he never considered them from a mysticism perspective. But now that they were connected, he understood. Soon he recalled one more thing. The last person who wanted to become Black Emperor was Roselle. He happened to be related to Amon's brother. The plot thickens! Oh god. These all seem to be in line with the trend, but in essence, these are there were so many oppressive acts, weakening the nobles and supporting a new class. Compared to the previous 1,000-year rule, this can be considered against the norm. It's the order needed to become Black Emperor. In the past decade or so, the changes in architectural style have been very drastic. For Roselle to be able to obtain the uniqueness and obtain the corresponding sequence 1 characteristics, that ancient secret organization must have put in a lot of effort. It might have even been a part of it directly. When the Emperor vanished, who took those characteristics? Roselle's not dead, man. Roselle's not dead. He's... like, his body might be gone, but his consciousness is somewhere in the collective sea of subconscious or something. This motherfucker's still here. Also, Bernadette's been in background for the past few months. The main issue is the asymmetrical aesthetics of the empires of the Fourth Epoch. And making me believe that the rules that violated normal circumstances are odd and against the order that humans would strive for. Now that I think about it, what does it mean by normal circumstances? Isn't it just something that everyone has already gotten used to, and therefore won't have a resistance to? From the tribes, from feudal to the countries, from feudalism to republicanism, don't they all violate the norms? The phrase old fogies and leftovers from the old dynasties encompass this problem. From the looks of it, as long as a deity doesn't intervene, the revolution that the Black Emperor needs will happen. It's just a matter of time. With the tides of the time surging, it's hard to stop. That brother of Amon is powerful. By the way, can I just say... No, you know what? We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this after this. Whenever this exposition is done and Klein leaves Medici, I want to talk about something. In the depths of the Blood Emperor ruins, there should be a mausoleum similar to a pyramid, and according to the ritual requirements, one has to drive one's citizens to build it. Therefore, the cases of people going missing in the East Borough and the overseas slave trade. Thank you, Dr. Z. I am indeed a worthy seer. When the war develops to a stage, using the excuse of praying for victory or the nation's mourning for soldiers, a huge gathering with a large number of citizens can be convened to participate in the sacrificial rituals. The war is a... Oh, that's so clever. Yes, many years ago, the lone royal family obtained the crown of the Balam Empire, and they connected the king's title, to that of emperor. What a good plan. When he was alerted by Medici's questions, Klein's mind tensed up, but he had another question. He then looked at the gatekeeper and said, George III wants to become a Black Emperor, but he isn't even a demigod. Even if he could act ahead of time to make himself more talented and reduce the impact of mental imprints, he didn't think a Sequence 5 could become a god. How do you know that George III is only a Sequence 5? How are you so sure that George III is under that is under investigation is the real one? Could it be that he was imagined into existence, or could it be a faceless at the angel level? The faceless, I don't think so, but he was imagined into existence? We can do that? We can just say, nah, I imagine it would be kind of based if there was another George III to trick all the churches. And he just shows up? These are hard to accomplish, but to a certain zealot, they're all within the scope of one's ability. Zealot, religious zealot, Amon, who always has that cross on him and has that book on him, you could call him a zealot, you know? Oh. To a certain zealot, these are all within the scope of one's abilities. I suspect that George III is an official member of a secret organization that was created to mimic our Rose Redemption. His true level might already be at the level of an angel. I wouldn't be surprised if he's already a Sequence 1. Oh, sorry, did I say Amon? Sorry, Adam. Sorry, yeah. Roselle once said that the members of that organization are all important figures that he couldn't imagine. When they combine forces, other than dealing with the 7 churches, there's nothing that can't be done. This includes the king of a country. That's right. Later, when the emperor becomes ruler of Intes, Zealot. Is that what Medici thinks of Adam? Although this is a little extreme, there's a reason for it. A nickname isn't given randomly. You seem to be able to see through the matter easily, so why haven't the churches? Their understanding of the Black Emperor is no less than yours. How old are you, boy? Why are you still so naive and childish? Oh shit! He said, nah, brother, why are you so fucking stupid? You think the churches and me are the same? God, you're fucking dumb. The 6 deities and the 6 churches are not equals. The things that the 6 deities might know might not be told to the angels and saints beneath them. Trust me, what I said and what I'll be saying next is undoubtedly a form of provocation to ruin the image of the 6 deities, but you can consider whether it's the truth. Put it this way. In regards to someone wanting to become Black Emperor, the attitudes of the 6 deities, 7 deities, is rather ambiguous. Why does he keep saying 6, though? Who is the one that he's not including? Oh, no, because he's used to 6, because God of Steam and Machinery is new, eh? Oh, I think because he's so old, he's not used to, like, there being a 7th. I think that's probably what it is. They often have conflicts of their own. More precisely, they're happy to see a mentally sound Black Emperor be born. But they also wish that it's one they support. Therefore, they will not give any detailed revelations to the other churches. They will follow normal procedure and deliver punishment if necessary. Otherwise, they will tacitly approve of its development. Wait, hold on. So they all want us. They all want an 8th emperor because they're hoping this can help increase their like balance of power, so that, like, you know, they're in that. Okay, fair. Of course, during this process, we cannot eliminate the possibility that a certain existence might want to do some damage. If it wasn't because he knew of them taking such attitudes, how could the king dare take such a risk? Now that war has broken out, he has overcome the crisis. He can just wait. Klein then thought of the news that had been leaked during the operation launched at the Blood Emperor ruins. He was unsure if he should suspect the upper echelons of the 3 churches, and if they had a member of the secret organization, or that a certain deity personally reminded Adam, and if it was the latter, the suspect was undoubtedly not the Lord of Storm. Why would the Lord of Storm definitely not be the one to remind Adam? Maybe I know the reason for this, I just don't know. After a moment of silence, Klein asked, "So as long as nothing goes wrong, George III will become a god despite everything he has done? And if everything goes smoothly, he will survive the backlash of the potion and ascend to the throne of the Black Emperor?" Oh, oh, he ate his dad. Yeah, that would do it. Yep, that would do it. Yeah. Oopsies. Listen. I know I killed your dad, but let's just we're okay. It's not that bad. Is there a problem? Medici asked. Why would the 7 deities... Do you want to know? If you do, I can tell you. Just as Klein was about to say, of course, he remembered a warning that Ma'am Ariana gave. There are some things that can make it easier for you to be infected, the more you know. Both your body and soul will be affected. Once you become an angel, you can find the answer. Forget it. Very good. You nearly died out of curiosity and foolishness. I love how Medici was like, "Oh, I was for sure gonna get you killed, bro." Just Medici's like foaming at the mouth. He's like, "Say yes, say yes. I just wanna see what happens. Say yes. Let's fucking go." I was like, fine. He's like, damn, you're fine. If there's nothing else, you can leave, Medici said. Okay. I have this nagging feeling that if I attacked you right now, you wouldn't be completely helpless. Am I right? Medici asked. Of course. Why do you think I chose flame jumping instead of teleporting? This was to hide the burning of the paper crane in my wallet. This way, Will Ossipton's gaze would land on me. If anything happens, he would use the yesterday once more charm to deal with an existence at your level. Oh, Klein is so 5-head. He was like, you may be a sequence 1, but I got another sequence 1 watching me. Fucking try me, motherfucker. Klein smiled and expressed his tacit agreement. He then snapped his fingers, allowing a flame to envelop him. As the streams dispersed, Klein's figure disappeared. Back at Dr. Aaron's house, in a black pram, a chubby baby rubbed his eyes and muttered, "Backland really isn't suitable for kids these days." 39 Bauckland Street. Having done a divination, Klein saw Member of Parliament Macht, who was about to head to the West Borough. Didn't you go to Mager Manor? I was planning on letting Rihanna and Hazel hide in the Moose Manor, mocked Pinch's eye sockets. I have to prepare some weapons for the manor, so I came to ask for your help. If you have the means to get foods, can you help me buy some? No problem, Mocked agreed. Klein didn't ask about the price because he had given Taneha a total of 5,000 pounds. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Nagito, we'll talk about it at the end of this chapter. Hold on. After confirming Zaratul was in Bakland and that Dwayne was equal to Gehrman, and this was known to Medici, he decided not to return to the manor. He planned on changing his identity so as to not affect the innocent. He can't use Gehrman, he can't use Dwayne. I mean, maybe he can use Thing right now. Sherlock. I probably wouldn't want to use Sherlock, though. Klein Moretti, you definitely don't want to use because the churches know he's back. Is he going to use Sherlock again? Who's he going to use? As for the excuse, it had been arranged by the Church of the Evernight that he would perform certain tasks and that he was unable to return for a time. If there was a charity event that needed his help, Audrey had the authority to stand in. 1088. Okay, give me a quick second. I need to run to the washroom, and then I want to talk about a couple things, okay? I want to talk about a theory I had last night, because I was thinking about my talk with Easy, and I realized I missed something, so I want to talk about a theory. Give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. I'm back. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, I realized. So, I wanted. Jesus Christ, Pushkar. Okay. So I realized I really like that theory I have about. God. I really like the theory I have about. The gray fog. The gray fog being the divine kingdom of the seer pathway. But I realized I forgot something. I forgot like an important plot point, which was silly of me. Which was the first time Amon found out about the gray fog. Amon, where did you conceive this theory? I was like laying down in bed. There's nothing. You know, yeah, I know, Romero, but like, I got it pretty soon. I got it volume 2. Like I feel like that was pretty fucking cool. I got it the first time the kidnappings from the islands was mentioned. I was pretty fucking close. I thought it was Nast. Fair. Wrong point, but okay. So the first time Amon saw the, I'm not even, like, felt the gray fog, he tried to take it over. I don't think someone of a different pathway would be able to take over the divine kingdom of a different pathway. But what if, again, and not again at this point, I'm stacking invisible Legos on invisible Legos, so I don't, like, this could be like fucking 3 dimensions apart. But what if it's not the divine kingdom of the seer pathway, it's the divine kingdom of the super god of all 3 pathways. So Amon is not trying to steal this, because Amon wouldn't be able to steal the divine kingdom of a different pathway, but since he is under the same super god, he would be able to take the divine kingdom of this. A thief stealing something that isn't his. Fuck you, FQ. No, I don't think it's that he. I think it's because it wouldn't work. I don't even know. Because I don't think you'd be able to steal something. I don't think you'd be able to steal the divine kingdom of a different pathway. Because like I don't even know how that would. So I realized I forgot that plot point, and I was like, oh, so maybe I'm just thinking one level down. Instead of it belonging to Sequence Zero the Fool, it belongs to Super God. The Foolish Thief. I don't know. The Foolish Traveling Thief. The thieving traveling magician. I'm trying to take into account all 3 pathways. Oh, and then what I was gonna, so that only very tangentially mentions Amon, but I also wanted to say, Amon is such a fucking fraud. This motherfucker was probably born an angel, at the very least a demigod, probably an angel, okay? And like thousands of years later, he's still not a true god. Kill yourself. It's over, okay? It's over. Bro, I'm just saying, okay? Like, Amon is like the poor old vampire. That's a great analogy, Dr. Z. That's a great one. You like in Medici character? He is kind of based, yeah. Maybe the sequence 0 ritual of the Marauder pathway is super hard. Bro, if you can't do it after thousands of years and having all the advantages, he was born with the uniqueness accommodated in his body. He was probably born like an angel or a demigod at the very least, thousands of years ago. And he still can't manage to do it. Just at that point, just die. Give your characteristics to someone else. At this point, it's not meant for you, okay? I'm sorry. Skill issue. I'm sorry. On the way to St. Samuel Cathedral, Klein passed by the Lone Bursary Foundation. As an initiator and current director, he placed a lot of concern over the door being opened, so he slowed down and walked over. He then saw Miss Audrey and Susie and a few staff members beside her. Good afternoon. In this situation, there doesn't seem to be a need to insist on doing anything, Klein said. Audrey held the newspaper in her hand and looked at Dwayne and said some of our beneficiaries were injured in the raid. I just went to visit them and arranged a follow-up treatment. The lady's eyes were red as she had seen all sorts of heart-wrenching scenes in the hospital. May the goddess bless them, Klein said. I plan to donate some more money to buy food, medicine, and equipment for the Foundation. In this man-made disaster, we can do more. A brilliant idea. There are those who are suffering will be so grateful, Mr. Dantes, Audrey tapped. I will do my best as well. You don't have to praise me. At times like this, I only do what you should. Apart from donating money, I will also give food. All of you can discuss this matter with my butler, Walter. Oh, Miss Audrey, I will write a letter of authorization to you so that you can use my name to transfer the resources of Mager Manor. What about you, Mr. Dantes? I received a notice from the church that I need to help them in certain tasks. As for what they are, I don't know yet. The only thing I can be sure is that I have to travel around. I won't be able to return for a while. Miss Audrey, during this time at the Foundation, I have come to understand and believe in your character and ability. Handing these matters to you is the best solution I can come up with. Amon just chose to be happy? That's fine, bro, but you can be happy as a demigod. Why do you have to be an angel who's just such a piece of shit? Because, like, he removed instructions from his pathway so that the lower sequences of his pathway just fucking have a way higher chance of... Like, bro, these guys are fucking... He's so cancerous. Have fun. But I'm just saying, if me having fun is me having to stab people because it's like, tee-hee, it brings me joy, I'm sorry, but, like, we have to stop, okay? He's just a silly guy. It was a harmless prank. So Klein is probably gonna have a different persona now, isn't he? Because he's traveling around. I guess he could travel around in the Sherlock persona, but that doesn't feel... Klein didn't expect to fool a spectator. She could only deceive the people around her. Klein couldn't even fool her dog. Does Mr. World want to leave the identity of Dwayne so that he can handle certain matters in secret? With this certain situation, I can't possibly deny your request. Klein then immediately got Inuni to go upstairs, get a piece of paper and pen, and while being witnessed, he drafted a letter of authorization, signing his name and printing his thumbprint, stamping the seal. Klein then cast his gaze at the newspaper in his hand. Is there anything else? I just came from outside the city, and I only heard the paperboy shout that the kingdom has declared war with Faceac. Not long after the airship fleet from Faceac attacked Baklan, their Sonia Sea fleet took advantage of the fog to attack the Imperial Navy's base at Pritz Harbor. Unfortunately, the Church of Storm received a warning beforehand and sent a telegram, so the harbor wasn't lost, but it lost a lot of ships and factories. This is war. Can I see the king declare war? Can I see how the king declared war? Audrey knew that there was nothing wrong with the king. Sorry, Audrey knew that there was something wrong with the king, so she could tell that Mr. World was hiding his contempt. She handed the newspaper over. 708 years ago, the Physicians took away Sonia Island from us. A year ago, they stole half of our interest in the East Balam. Today, they bombarded Baklan and attacked Pritz Harbor. Many people died. Their blood has stained the ground. There is no way for us to back down any further. We can only be bullied over and over if we back down. If we continue retreating, we will lose all our interest overseas. Large amounts of product will be sold. Large amounts of product will not be sold. Countless workers will lose their jobs, and even more peasants will go bankrupt. I love how he's saying, like, oh, we're going to war because of, like, economic reasons. Bro, this is actually George W. Bush. What? Everything from the past now states that justice is in our hands. We have enough to seize victory. Product like that vine could stop. I, your Emperor, George III, represent the Parliament and the Kingdom's government to declare war on Fasak. Unless they raise the white flag and surrender, we will never stop. We will advance and take back Sonia's Sea. Advance, we shall conquer St. Milam. I don't know what St. Milam is. Victory will belong to us. The gods are with us. Klein then returned the newspaper back to Audrey and bowed. I will leave the rest to you. I will. Please, rest assured, Audrey said. Without any further delay, Klein left the Bursary Foundation. At that moment, the church no longer had many believers present. Most of them had returned home, busy preparing for their life with war being declared as Klein arrived at the cathedral. In the dark environment, Klein found a seat and sat down. He then prayed to the goddess and said, I received news from Medici that it's very likely Zaratul has arrived in Bakland. Can he go to Zaratul? Is there any chance Klein can go to Zaratul and be like, hey, can we be friends? Can you give me like 3 and 2 formula? Oh, sorry, I already have 3. Can you give me the 2 formula? We'll be friends. Once... No? No chance? Yeah. Can't blame a guy for trying, you know? As for the secrets of the Blood Emperor, there's a high chance that it's a mausoleum needed for the Black Emperor ritual. After the prayer, Klein waited, and as he saw the Archbishop Anthony Stevenson walk towards him. I don't know, Ramiro. The saint was clean-shaven. He wore a black robe that had a crimson moon emblem on it. He walked without making a sound. Anthony didn't say anything after he approached. He only signaled with his eyes to follow. With that, Klein put on his hat and followed behind. As for Inuni, he held his cane and sat down to wait. Outside the library, Archbishop turned around and revealed a smile. He said to Dwayne, war has erupted. There are many things to be done. As a devout believer, are you willing to help? Indeed. From the looks of it, Ma'am Ariana has left Backland. It's my honor. Praise the lady. After responding, he asked, what do you need from me? I'll inform you when you are needed. Try not to go home during this time. In an instant, Klein understood what the other party meant. He had to hide for now. They had no way to deal with Zaratul. At most, they could provide him with protection in a certain range. As I thought, the goddess is digesting the uniqueness of the death pathway. It's so crazy where even a true god needs this long to digest a uniqueness. And like Amon and Adam were just born with it. No wonder all the fucking angels are jealous. Because for an angel, this would probably take like a year to digest the uniqueness to be able to accommodate it in your body. And they're just like, we're built different, you know, it's all good. I'm not judging. She will not be able to do a divine kingdom for a long time. The upper echelons of the church will have to deal with the war. While the negative effects of a Grade Zero artifact are each more terrifying than the last. Yes, Your Grace, Klein said. Not built, but born different. True. May the goddess bless you, Anthony said. Praise the lady. The only escape is tranquility. Klein then late. Are you guys okay? I just saw like 7 messages get deleted by Ramiro. Is everyone okay? Kami, didn't 2 of your messages get deleted, motherfucker? What are you on? After walking for a while, Klein and his valet disappeared in the Eastboro 2-bedroom apartment that they had rented. Wearing an ordinary face, Klein took out the adventurer's harmonica and blew into it, and soon Raynette Heinker walked out. Without giving a letter, he said, "Tell Miss Sharon and Marie that Zaratul has arrived in Backland and is likely to be in contact with the Rose School of Thought. Be careful. Do not go near the bar anytime soon." Zaratul. This time, all of Raynette's heads spoke at the same time, as though they spent a great deal of effort to recall who it was. Leader of the Secret Order, a Sequence 1 angel who lost his mind and has become normal again. Klein took out a gold coin and handed it to Miss Messenger. He didn't mention that Zaratul was interested in Gehrman. He believed that as a high-level spirit world creature, she would be able to sense his uniqueness to a degree. Otherwise, there was no need for this angel to lower her status to be his messenger. If it was for the Yesterday Once More charms, she could provide him help in a better manner. As for why Zaratul didn't discover the Grey Fog's aura in the Foggy Town, but now shows interest in Gehrman, Klein believed there were 3 reasons. Oh, Marie, Merrick. Oh, I didn't even register it. I think I said Marie, but in my mind I just thought it was Merrick. McSeely, yeah, I know all of them. Yeah, please spoil it right now. Yeah, please tell me. No, not spoil. Yeah, I already know it, so you can't spoil it. Yeah, please tell me. The first reason was that the Grey Fog's Beyonder convergence compelled the seer to come to Backland. The second was that Gehrman was able to leave the Foggy Town despite receiving the wrong symbol. And the third was that Gehrman was likely to be related to the organization that believed in the Fool. Next chapter, McSeely? Oh, nice. Fuck yeah, I was getting tired of this Klein fellow anyway. Fuck him. By the time Zaratul came into contact with the Rose School of Thought and realized that the Mother Tree of Desire was somewhat interested in Gehrman, even if he didn't have a guess, the importance he placed on Gehrman would still rise. Raynette didn't say anything. One of the heads tilted forward and bit the gold coin. After watching her leave, Klein sat down. The layout of this apartment was the same as the one he used to live in Tingen City. There was a bedroom inside, and outside was a living room, dining room, and study table. At that moment, in the room other than him were only his marionettes, Quanos and Inuni. Inuni. When is Klein gonna get a fucking demigod, fucking marionette, bro? Come on. Although Klein is now leaving Backland, so now he should come across... Well, he'll probably come across less stronger Beyonders, because Backland is, well, the capital of capitals. And if that's the case, we might actually get to see, like, Klein just purely flexing, you know? He's just, like, walking around. He's, like... He runs into a Beyonder, and that guy just runs away shitting shitting his. Oh yeah, Quanos Kilgore. Yeah. No. Okay. I don't. Quanos is fine, but like he's basically like an enhancement, you know. He doesn't. He's kind of like, oh, I suppress and I enhance. Ugh. I want a demigod who was like fucking damage output, like a demigod should, you know. I want a demigod hunter. I want a demigod warrior. That's what I want. Fuck yeah. After sitting for a while, Klein went above the grey fog and conjured Gehrman to pray and send messages to Danet and Cattleya. The message for Danet was to remind him to be careful of the secret order. Call an Iliad. Yeah, kill him. Fuck him. Derek should be the new chief anyway. You know what? We're clearing the roads for him. Hope. They really are, you know. They're pretty common at this point. Although he didn't believe that Zaratul would seek out Danet, there was nothing wrong with reminding him. As a bizarre sorcerer, Klein had a level of understanding of the Beyonders of the Seer pathway. He believed that those who could advance to such a state were cautious and careful. And in this situation, in the eyes of an angel who was in control of enough secrets, Danet was more likely bait that was deliberately thrown out to fish for targets. Therefore, it was highly likely that Zaratul would avoid him. At most, he would send out members of the Order to do some investigations. Why Colin? Why can't we hunt Archbishop from Faceac? Yeah, because then you get like a whole church on you, and it's just like, ugh, such a mess. Whereas like you do something to the City of Silver. It's the City of Silver. They're kind of stuck. They're not doing shit to you, you know. You pop in, assassinate their leader, take his body, and then you just out. And then they're like, "What are you gonna do? Can't do shit," you know. By the same logic, the message Klein gave Cattleya was similar. The main point for her was to contact Bernadette, saying that Gehrman wanted to meet her soon. In addition, he also informed the Admiral of Stars, something he wanted to delay until the next tarot gathering, that if she that she was to decide if she wanted to purchase a Sequence 5 Druid and Sequence 4 Classical Alchemist of the Planter pathway. Classical Alchemist. Do I have this name? I do not. West of the Berserk Sea, Theros Island, Danet, who was gathering clues about Vice Admiral Ailment, held a cup of beer, as his expression became complicated. Ah, yeah, I appreciate you popping by, man. No worries. Oh my god, do we finally get to kill Tracy now that Klein isn't stuck in Backland anymore? Oh, fuck yeah. What's wrong? You saw someone or recalled something? Anderson shook his head. We have to be careful about the Secret Order members from now, Danet said. Ever since he met Gehrman, such words were a common occurrence for him. His initial reaction had gone from panic to numbness. Ah, my boy's depressed. He suspected that one day he would be listed as being wanted by all organizations. Oh my god. Anderson sized up Danet and chuckled. Sometimes I feel that Gehrman is more like a hunter than me. So the two of you have a special communication method. You don't even need a messenger. Danet was about to say something when a man rushed into the tavern and said, Faceac launched a raid on Backland. They declared war. War? Anderson and Dennett stared at each other. Facesack wait, what? Facesack attacked Backland and Pritz Harbor in return. In return, Lone has declared war. 3 ironclad warship fleets weren't at the harbor, so there weren't many losses. They're heading back to the coast. Catleya's crew happened to pass through Orave Island where they gathered information. Just as she was thinking about how the pirate crew would react, she saw the endless grey fog and heard Gehrman. Be careful of Secret Order members. Be careful of Zaratul. Catleya no longer had any doubts that the world's request to meet the Queen as soon as possible, she believed was related to the Secret Order in Zaratul. She finally said Druid, classical alchemist. The sequence for modern name should be Ancient Alchemist. It was previously called Human Alchemist. Interesting. Bye, Pushkar. Appreciate you coming by, man. How is Dean down? Catleya looked out the window and cast her gaze down. She looked at Frank and Sea Elf, sunbathing. The former had a relaxed expression and was pleased. It was as though there were still problems, but there was a pensive look in his eye. It was as though there were still problems that couldn't be relieved. And the latter's face was pale and his lips quivering. Scattered all over his clothes were mushrooms. Oh, God. Oh, I don't even want to know what this poor guy's up to. Druid, ancient alchemist. Catleya repeated the terms again, feeling as though there was something pressing down on her. Oh, poor guy. About 10 seconds later, Catleya adjusted the glasses on her nose and consoled herself. Mr. Fool didn't give any warning, so it's not that big a deal. With this thought in mind, specks of bright light floated down again, forming a staircase of light between the captain's cabin and the deck. Catleya went down to the stairs and looked to Frank and looked to Frank. Frank, what are your dreams? Dreams? I wish to be able to study the soil, the creation of objects, and the crossbreeding techniques with no restriction, so as to ensure that humans will no longer go hungry. Equality between people can be achieved. What you can do, I can do. What you can grow, I can grow. That's actually kind of sweet. What? Godzilla. Maybe, but also maybe not. In order to have such a world, we need plenty of food and resources, so I hope to create all kinds of creatures that can deal with different environments and conditions. There's only one step left to your research now? Catleya asked. Who will you trust more? True creator Frank Lee? Well, that's an interesting question. What is better? Chaotic evil or neutral evil? I would say neutral evil, because like Frank does bad stuff, but like he has a good intention, of course. But like the true creator just wants to fuck shit up because he wants to, you know? How nice if only his method wasn't traumatizing. True. That's right. I'm just short of a druid ability for catalyzing it. If I can't get the formula, I'm thinking of getting Sea Elf to help me make the druid characteristic into an item, Frank answered. No, I won't help you, you devil! Sea Elf started vomiting. Catleya took out a coin and flipped it. Heads facing up. Oh, she did a divination. Like, hey, is that a good thing? Okay. I have the druid potion formula. It's from Gehrman. 5,000 pounds, Catleya explained. He's swell! Captain, I only have 3,000 pounds. Can you lend me 2,000? Okay. Aw. My God, Frank. Frank, we're gonna make you a demigod, bro. We're gonna make you a demigod. Don't you worry. Northborough, Backland Medical University, affiliated hospital. Eudora lay on the bed with a blank expression. She had just woken up from a coma a little while ago. She heard the doctors tell her parents that the injury she received from the right leg, on her right leg from the air raid couldn't be saved. They had to prepare for an amputation. Oh shit. That's so sad. The music is kind of fitting though. After that, she lay down in a daze, seeing people coming and going. The first person to come visit her was Audrey, and told her that she was willing to pay for some treatments. Portland Mama had promised to create the most advanced, convenient robotic limb for her to walk as normal. But none of this dispelled her gloominess or sorrow. She wasn't even 18 and had yet to see the beauty of life. Her family wasn't wealthy by any means. Her father owned a grocery store and believed in the Lord of Storm. He was violent, barbaric, and unwilling to reason with women. Sorry. Sorry, I thought it was gonna say like, oh, but he's like a nice person because he owns a grocery store. He's like a sweet person. No, he's barbaric. That caught me so off guard. Her mother was timid and weak, and she relied on her father to survive. God, this is so cooked. Oh, this girl's life is like a fucking, like a dog shit fucking 1890s novel. What the fuck? If not for the fact that her family didn't have a second child, Eudora wouldn't have been able to study at all. But even so, her father had chosen a place like Backland Technical School where the results could be seen quick. Previously, she commented how lucky she was that the Backland Technical School had turned into a Backland University of Technology, and she had passed the exams. This made her smile every day. Eudora's dream was to remain in the university and be a teacher, finding a husband who loved her as she loved him. At the same time, she could keep true to her pursuit of poetry, hoping that she could one day be published. Now, all of this had been destroyed by a bomb that fell from the sky, merciless and cruel. After an unknown period of time, Eudora covered her face with a blanket and started weeping like a baby. The crying didn't stop for a while. After a while, Eudora lifted the blanket and saw the black figure standing by her bed. Half of the black figure's face was covered by mushrooms and the other half with weeds. In the black figure's hand was a cane. Klein? The black figure touched her with the tip of the cane. Because it can heal them no matter what, as long as they aren't dead or crazy. Eudora felt her heart return to normal as her right leg felt cold, as she could feel her leg again. When she looked at her bedside, that figure was there no more. In her daze, Eudora moved her right leg and realized that it wasn't painful at all. It was as if she hadn't been hurt. She pulled up the blanket again and covered her face. Oh, my sweet boy. A few seconds later, there was a sound of disbelief under the blanket, filled with fear, but also tears of joy. Oh, my sweet boy. What a good man. What a good man you are, Klein. He's like, not only do I watch out for my family, I watch out for their friends too, because otherwise it would make them sad. That's so sweet. I still think he should have gone with the sword. Let me be super clear. Very sweet moment. Should have gone with the sword. As a penny pincher demigod, he still has a heart of gold. He pinches those pennies to give them away. My sweet boy. Oh, that was so sweet. Oh, that is so sweet. What would he do right now? Oh, yeah, no problem. So he would go ahead and fucking kill everyone who launched the bombs. Yeah. Good answer. Part the girl in half and end her misery. Nighttime. Pritz Harbor. The people who died in the airship bombings had been brought to a cemetery in the suburbs. The priests and bishops of the churches were busy comforting the souls of the dead. In that day, many wives lost their husbands, children lost their mothers, and families were brought down to a single person. Wearing an ordinary-looking face, Klein stood among the family of the dead and watched them without saying a word. While it was dark, he had just used the life's cane to treat the injured in Backlund and Pritz Harbor's hospitals, victims of the air raid, and he had also left a strange, horrifying urban myth to help him digest his potion. Oh, that's so clever. It's like, oh, there was this really strange, bizarre-looking guy who just came in and fixed everything. Doesn't make any sense. He knew that once such tales spread across, Zaratul would know what was happening. He would send his marionettes to monitor the areas. Hence, before the news spread, he relied on teleporting to travel all over, leaving behind all sorts of horror stories to treat patients with severe illnesses. With this matter spread... By the way, I have a system that's running noise suppression in the background. I'm just curious. I turned on the AC because it was starting to get hot in the room. Can you guys hear it right now? I'm just curious. My mic is showing that you guys shouldn't be picking anything up. I'm just curious. And is there any impact on my voice between when it was on and when it wasn't? Just curious. Can't hear it? Ah, fucking goated. No, even let me see. Let me see if it's with the music. Let me turn on the music for a second. I'm just curious. Yeah, I don't think my mic is saying that it's not picking anything up, but I'm just curious. Okay. Still no? Still nothing? Fantastic. Okay. We really are slowly getting to the best parts of the novel. Without music, no. Not except when you talk, it lets some air in. Yeah, that's always gonna happen. I can't do anything. However, Klein didn't stop there. The existence of the conspiracy created by the Medici and the fact that Zaratul was in Backlund, he was like a guillotine hanging above his head, urging him to search for opportunities. Yeah, Hope, it's in like 1150, right? So it's about 60 chapters out or so. Hence, he came here to witness the grief of the citizens. After a moment, Klein retracted his gaze and turned to leave the cemetery. Prepare your voice. Oh, God. After arriving at an empty spot, his left glove turned blue, and slippery fish scales grew out. With a whoosh, Klein flew up into the air. In the sea beyond the land, the Sonya Sea fleet from Fasak Empire was waiting. It was as if they were preparing to launch another bombardment after daybreak. Soon, Klein arrived above the harbor ruins and looked at the faint flames. At the same time, his two marionettes used flame jumping to rush over the ground, splitting into different locations. Is Klein about to fucking punch out their fleet? Thoughts on what username? I'm not even gonna entertain what Hope said because I can't even fucking... Like, even just these 6 or so chapters that I'm reading today, right now, is like making my throat feel like... From what he had seen, Klein had no doubts or feelings on what he was about to do. Taking revenge on the invaders was a legitimate matter, but if he were to injure the fleet, the happiest person in the world would be the lone king, the true mastermind. Exactly what Hope said. Yeah, no, thank you. There are too many principles in this world, but only those who have truly experienced it will realize there are times when doing nothing is correct. The commander of the Sonia Sea Fleet from the Faceac Empire was Admiral Igor Einhorn, a demigod of the royal family, sequence 4 of the Red Priest pathway. With this information, more thoughts surface in Klein's mind. Iron-blooded knight can make women into men, but can also make them have the courage comparable to steel. Not only can they control multiple types of flames, but they're also masters. They can turn their own flames into steel. You might want to redo your math there one more time, Len. You're close, very close. On the Nepos, the flagship of the Sonia Sea Fleet, a burly man stood, none other than Igor Einhorn. He was drinking wine. After daybreak, the lone airship will definitely attack. The Prince ironclad warship and the fleet will return soon. If we stay here, I'll be left in a passive state. Although I'm an iron-blooded knight, allowing the entire fleet's power to gather onto me while distributing the damage, the commanding officer of the warship is likely a demigod of the Arbiter pathway, or they have the corresponding Grade 1 artifact, so it won't be easy to deal with them. Retreating is the best option. This war is a good opportunity to digest potions. I had an exam today in linear algebra. I'm done with math. Brother, if you can't divide 60 by 6... I hate to tell you, but I don't like your odds on linear algebra. I'm sorry. I hate being the bearer of bad news. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to become a war bishop before this. Otherwise, I might have a chance to advance to the level of an angel after the war. Only a rose bishop can truly unleash the strength of an army. In the midst of his thoughts, he planned on using the hidden connection between the iron-blooded knight and the soldiers under his command to inform his adjutant to pay him a visit so he could give orders of performing a retreat. Then suddenly he looked up and there was a knock at the door. An advance warning before an attack? Igor thought. In a battle between demigods, setting up an environment, sudden attacks, and catching enemies by surprise was a good way to seize initiative. Noisette, how's it going? Did I say Rose Bishop? It was a combination that could effectively defeat or kill an enemy at the same level, but it was hard to accomplish. As a senior iron-blooded knight, Igor instinctively considered the worst possible situation. He immediately woke up every sailor on the ship. At that moment, the noise sounded again. This time, the knocking sound was comparable to a loud boom. Under his high-strung nerves, he listened to the commotion. This wasn't much different from the roar of a cataclysmic interrupter. Igor's ears buzzed. Is there a night stream? I'll let you know, Nagito. I don't know. Maybe. In an instant, Igor's ears buzzed. He spread out the damage and let every member of the Nepos hear a faint buzz. Then Igor grabbed the fountain pen on the table and threw it at the door. This dark red fountain pen left after images along the way. To an iron-blooded knight, no matter how ordinary it was, it could become a terrifying murder weapon through his augmentation. Bye, Nagito. Bye, Dr. Z. We got like one more chapter left after this. The door that was hit with a fountain pen cracked open, revealing the person who had knocked on the door. It was a man with a black trench coat. His body was as thin as paper. At that moment, the fountain pen exploded. Tiny fragments were like storms brought about by the sweeping machine gun. It embroiled the person who knocked on the door. Igor didn't relax and he stood there. He knew that the person who knocked hadn't appeared. At this moment, an adjutant whose bunk was diagonally across from his ran out and said, "Admiral, what happened?" "There's an intruder," Igor said. The adjutant retracted his gaze from the flesh and blood on the ground and raised his head. There were no eyebrows, eyes, or nose on his face. It was the same as the person who had knocked, a featureless surface. Oh, I'd be shitting my pants. Igor's heart palpitated and his entire body ignited. Wait, is this Klein doing this? And he's like, listen. He's like, listen, I know I'm not a part of this military. And I know I'm not a part of this kingdom. But these sons of bitches hurt my sister. It's over. We're taking down an entire fleet tonight, baby. Igor's heart palpitated as his entire body ignited into flames. After the flames dispersed, they shot forward. The fire quickly spread, revealing the already charred adjutant. God, that is a bitch of a word. When the cold wind blew past, the adjutant collapsed into a pile of ashes. The flames didn't stop as they flew out of the room, one after another, forming a tall, burly Igor. Adjutant? What kind of a fucking... Ooh. Oh god, that's such a dumb way to say it. Just finished volume 6? Nice, no, he's at. The first one, McSeely. At that moment, he heard sounds of metal rubbing against each other and looked over. When he saw this, his body turned cold. On one of the ships on the other sail-powered battleship of the Sonia Sea Fleet, the cannon seemed to come alive and had a life of their own. They turned around and aimed into the air. As for the cannonballs, they leapt out of the cannons. The moment the shells were fired, they were struck by fireballs that followed different trajectories, exploding prematurely mid-flight. Seizing this opportunity, Igor recited the honorific name of the highest commander of the Sonia Sea Theater, a weather warlock of the royal family. The ruler of the fog of the battlefield, the symbol of the weather flux, the totem of the storm and the lightning, the great Awatoma Einhorn. Can you guys like hear my voice getting worse in real time? Because like I feel like I can hear it and it's starting to fucking drive me insane. This was always the reason why it was hard to kill a demigod of the same level. They could always find an opportunity to ask for help. Of course, the main goal of the attacker, Klein, was to create a bizarre scene to scare a demigod to help him digest his potion. He had no intention of helping him complete the hunt. Upon seeing this, he hid beneath the water. Having achieved his goal, he got Quanos and Anunius to swap locations and teleport away with him. As for Igor, he didn't let down his guard and remained extremely tense. Only when the angel responded did he heave a sigh of relief. Following that, Igor didn't let the fleet stay any longer. He abandoned the sail-powered battleship that had turned into an urban myth and left those waters. Hold on. If okay, okay, hold on. Give me a second. The room is. Let me turn off the air conditioning real quick. Okay, filters done. Okay. I'm curious if okay, it should be fine now. Okay. After a while, a seagull flew over and landed on the battleship and said, "I can smell the aura of a seer demigod." But your voice doesn't sound terrible as a second-time watcher. Fair enough. Okay. I turned off the noise suppression and the AC now, so now it should just be back to normal. I'm going to turn up my voice a little bit. I think this is normally where I keep it. Bro, at this rate, now that Klein... Mr. Fool, good afternoon, Mr. Fool. Now that Klein is like LARPing to try and digest his potion, I think he probably finishes it in the next 60 chapters. I think he, I think he becomes a sequence 3 at the end of this volume, or the start of the next volume, whatever. Drinking it right now, username. Backland, Eastborough. Wearing a rather thick jacket, Klein stood behind a desk, looking at the glass window in front of him. He sensed the speed at which his potion was being digested. It's really fast. It's more than the first 3 months of the potion combined. But there's nothing more we can do. Before I receive the life's cane, I couldn't provide sufficient treatment. I have to make sure that the heart of the target can withstand the fright they experience. So I can't go to the hospital to create an urban myth. Volume 6, getting closer and closer. Similarly, if it wasn't for the fact that a war broke out, it would be difficult to find other demigods. Those whose whereabouts I can confirm are mostly from their own home ground. To secretly invade and create a bizarre sense of horror would involve turning secrets as innocents into marionettes. War. The street lamps in the distance lit up, but the Eastborough was still pitch black. In the past, these policemen wouldn't have been so enthusiastic, but there was the occasional policeman patrolling the streets. In the past, the policemen wouldn't have been so enthusiastic, but now that war had broken out, they had to enforce curfew. War. George has already broken through the shackles. He's no longer worried that any of the deities will object to his apotheosis. He can officially push to the various rituals for a Black Emperor. What follows will depend on him. As long as he can withstand the impact, as long as he can maintain his rationality, he will be a god. The Einhorn family of Faceac used this war that can embroil the entire world to allow its key members to digest their potions, so they can prepare for rituals and enhance their family's strength too. As for Adam, he can consume the potion during these tumultuous times and experience a qualitative change to become a true god. Can I accept such an outcome? Klein opened his mouth and closed it. Everything he saw seemed to pass through the limitations of time and space. It was extremely thick, pungent, cold, the smog of Backland. It was the tramps who were suffering from ailments, hunger, pain, and cold. He was also struggling to survive. For the sake of food, he had pushed himself with all his might, not daring to slack off. Finally, he saw the light of life. He bought his long-awaited ham, but in the hazy smog, he fell to the ground and never got up. A hard-working widow, working hard to survive and provide for her kids, abandoning all her dignity, with pain-ridden joints that suffered repeatedly. She supported a roof that could block the elements, but the roof collapsed in the great smog of Backland. The child she wanted to protect died in her arms. a young girl who yearned to study and fantasized about a bright future. She doted on her mother and younger sister, working hard in the room filled with moisture, always carrying a bit of hope. But after the great smog, she was no longer able to see the future she hoped for. A girl desperately taking in knowledge under the care of her mother and elder sister, going through so much suffering, walking through one predicament at a time, hoping to improve herself. All of this ultimately shattered in that terrifying smog. This little girl left alone. That fantasy of her family life never appeared, nor will it ever again. They were living beings that fell to the ground like straw, one after another. A student who had a bright future, but only half of his body was left. His intestines splattered over the ground. Children who returned home from school, only to realize they had lost their families. The pain writhing on the ground while crawling with difficulty. An ordinary person wanting to approach a future, but unable to. The people in the cemetery who were so silent that it made one's heart ache, or those who cried till they fainted several times over. A land stained with blood, the air filled with gunpowder. As for the mastermind, the greatest murderer, he would step to the divine throne over a pile of corpses. Can you accept such an outcome? Can you accept such an arrangement? No, I can't. I won't. Klein then began to give a self-deprecating laugh. The 7 deities have already accepted it. What meaning is it if you don't? Even if it's meaningless, some things still ought to be done. In this world, how could there be so many things that were guaranteed to succeed? Klein smiled, looked away, and entered the room inside his flat. Although he had made up his mind, he had no intentions of doing anything rashly. With his status, no matter how hard he tried, it would be impossible to affect the king's matters. Furthermore, if this resulted in chaos in the Lone Kingdom during a critical period of war, resulting in the invasion of the Faceak army, the deaths and injuries of the innocent would be 12 times over. The 7 deities may have agreed, but the 8th one didn't. My go. Didn't this already happen? I can't remember the context, but didn't Audrey think like, damn, did Mr. Fool not agree to someone becoming a god or something? I feel like this was already said, like in a, like, I can't remember the context, but I feel like there was a time when Audrey asked someone about like, oh, someone wanted to become a god, but why didn't the fool replied something like, oh, the gods had all agreed, and Audrey was like, but Mr. Fool didn't? Oh, this is that moment, because everything that Klein bullshits in the tarot world happens to come true here. Did I watch a short? I don't think so. Did I? I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. I try not to watch stuff spoiling yourself. I don't think I did. I don't even. It's fine. Is it the one that auto played and you had to stop? No, that was something about transmigrators. Fuck, did I watch a short? There's no fucking shot. That'd be so fucking stupid. Did I? I might have. Yeah, this is the last chapter. Noisette, is it your first read through? Fuck! Oh no! Can I control Z? Fuck! Fuck! I fucked up. I clicked. It is. Yeah. I don't think. I don't think it's a spoiler. Like these guys are. Like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I also spoiled myself. I mean, I guess it's possible, but I feel like. I don't know. I can't remember. In this world, there were many things that were. Nope. All I can do is make preparations. On one hand, I have to improve myself. On the other, I have to make some preparations and patiently wait. Klein tried to contact Trissy, but there was no response. After being frightened by an angel like Miss Messenger, Trissy had decided not to have any more contact with Gehrman. His thoughts quickly shifted. It was in the beginning part. I think so, Romero. I think so. His thoughts then shifted to why the Demoness sect had helped the king. One of them is that the Demoness needed a catastrophe to digest the potion. The other is that George III has made a promise. He promised them that they would openly spread religion, now that this would be something that the seven deities wouldn't allow, even if the Black Emperor is a sequence 0, and the primordial demoness and the true creator, they wouldn't be able to fight against the seven deities' allowance. Of course, after this war, the existence of an alliance between the seven deities itself is a question. In that case, the seven deities know the king is working with the Demoness sect. The problem is something else. The Demoness sect also has a true god. Similar pathways? Isn't that the Red Priest pathway? No. Adam doesn't only know of the secret mausoleums built by the Blood Emperor, but he also obtained an angel-level characteristic or grade 0 artifact of the Red Priest pathway. With the condition that having a sequence 0 means no sequence 1, this also is the greatest hope for the upper echelons of the Demoness sect to advance further. This explains why the Demoness sect is helping. The Red Angel is looking for Katarina, and it doesn't seem to be as simple as he said. No, he didn't say anything. Klein's train of thought became clear. He decided to use Katarina as a breakthrough point, making her his next target. But before that, he had to listen to what Queen Mystic predicted. Only by understanding the situation could he find an opportunity. The next morning, Cattleya conveyed the words of Queen Mystic. Today, between 12 and 12:30 at Sorenzo Restaurant, Golden Theater. It was the name of a private room. When Klein arrived, he used an illusion to deceive the waiter and walked all the way to the room and waited. After a while, he took out his pocket watch and opened it. With that said, he put away the watch and counted down to 10. He then raised his hand and knocked on the door. At that moment, his marionette, Quanos, was sitting on a bench across from the restaurant reading a newspaper. Inuni was with a group of students giving off a flyer that promoted the evilness of Facesack, so he could switch positions at any time. "Come in," Bernadette said. Impressive. I didn't notice anyone inside, nor did I notice anyone entering. Well, I also didn't activate my spirit vision threads, Klein mumbled, as he went in. The first thing he saw was a large swath of gold before noticing the woman sitting at the head of the table. Oh my god, Sugar Mommy? For real? Goated. Alright, look at that. We are finally making some decent progress, guys. This is it. All right, I think we'll end stream there. I feel like we should be okay to have a night stream. I feel so. In a couple hours, I'll let you guys know when, of course. But nah, I think we'll end it there. Hope. I just I need to go take some medicine. I was a little behind you. Oh, I see. Probably in a couple hours. Noise. I'll give you. I'll give you a heads up at the end of. Yeah, night stream is real. Yeah, we'll be okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go take some medicine. All right, guys. We'll end it there. I'll catch y'all hopefully in a couple hours. I'll give you guys a heads up on the Discord as for when night stream is. As always, thank you so much for popping by. Have a great rest of your day or nights. I'll catch y'all soon. Bye, guys.